everybody, and welcome to the channel. It's Paulie, Esther here, and today we're going to touch on a couple of news things. First of all, Dead by Daylight let us know that they're going to Thailand. The Fog is coming to Bangkok. We'll be at Gamescom Asia from October 17th to the 19th to celebrate the release of Dead by Daylight's Sinister Grace. Stay tuned for more information as we get closer to the event. So I don't know if anything is going to come from this the way that they had the event over in Tokyo for the Tokyo Ghoul release in Japan or not. But stay tuned if anything comes from this that you need to know. I'll let you know about that. Next, I want to read this article to you that my friend Skylar sent me. Games. It's an interview with Dave Richard here. So we're going to read through all of this here, and it says, Dead by Daylight dev says it feels unstoppable, but knows change is needed. In the wake of community concerns about the state of DBD, its creative director tells us it's become too dense and that change is afoot. So this is interesting. Let's see. With the release of Chapter 37, Dead by Daylight has just introduced one of its most gruesome and intriguing killers to date, the Crossu, alongside a brand new Survivor 2. However, as its roster of original and crossover characters continues to swell, DBD has started to show signs of strain, with Behavior Interactive recently delaying its next licensed chapter to focus on improving the core experience and fixing a growing list of bugs and balance concerns. One of the best horror games finds itself at a bit of a crossroads. It has popularity, resources, and talent to continue pumping out amazing new characters, perks, maps, and more, but more moving parts always results in more issues under the hood. PC Games recently spoke to Dead by Daylight's creative director Dave Richard about Behavior's unstoppable pursuit of new exciting ideas, but how it's also looking to make its content output more fluid to ensure things are accessible and easier to manage. Dead by Daylight's latest chapter features an original killer and survivor entrenched in Thai culture and folklore. The Crossu is a disturbing creature with two forms. You can burst out of your human host's body like a demonic parasite to hunt down and eliminate players. The new survivor, V, also originates from Thailand, a part of the world the game has never really explored before with its characters. It's proof that every corner of the globe is rich with potential for horrifying killers and unique survivors, and that Behavior's best work isn't always tied to a crossover with a popular IP. In fact, Richard tells us that he has a map of the world annotated with various locations, tales, and cultures that would be ripe for new DBD content, and he wants to tick as much of it off as possible. We asked, but sadly he wouldn't see it. Yeah, so King and I did an interview with Matthew Cote, which you'll see soon, and Matthew also alluded to the existence of this map that Dave Richard has, and he said nobody's allowed to see it. But if you take that information, and now this is old, this is something somebody put together like 3 years ago, and the killers are noted in red and the survivors are noted in blue. And if you want to start looking at areas of the world that haven't seen DBD content, I would say you're mostly looking at a large portion of Africa as well. Here, this isn't up to date, but yeah, these are the areas that seem the most sparse. So you can kind of guess that we might be getting content from those continents in the future, but that was an interesting part of the interview. Stay tuned for that interview. It'll be on King's channel in a few days. As one of DBD's most ambitious and goriest killers to date, Dave Richards says the Crossu has given Behavior the confidence to pursue even more radical concepts for new characters and themes, even if they seem difficult to pull off. After 10 years of DBD, I would like to say that we are unstoppable, he says. The team will find a solution to make any idea work, but we definitely do not have everything. We can still widely explore different types of killers and different types of gameplay feeling that we can offer. He says that there are infinite possibilities. However, the eagerness to drive new ideas and content can have consequences. DBD isn't in the best shape currently. As mentioned, Behavior recently announced an action plan to improve the state of the game delaying November's new license chapter in the process. Yeah, that's not coming out till January now. I don't know if all of you are aware of that. So we're not going to see any new content till next year. Given the community's concerns, could we see a lower frequency of new chapters in the future, and thus a slower stream of new characters, perks, mechanics, and other gameplay content? We are aware that the game has grown in complexity. Richard admits it's becoming dense and difficult to get into for new players because there's a lot of content you need to be aware of. And yeah, we know this is becoming an issue. Well, it's already an issue. We want to review a lot of different things in the game to make it more accessible, more permeable, more porous, so that players can get the information they need and that the team and behavior can sustain it as well. Yeah, I mean, for, old school players like me, there's just a little bit more to layer on every time there's a new chapter because, I've learned about these things in the game incrementally. But for someone who's brand new to the game, there's just so much information, so many characters to get, so many perks to learn about that it can be overwhelming. And this is going to... Dead by Daylight has certainly seen the writing on the wall that it becomes more difficult to replace players who leave, like in what I call the revolving door, where some players leave and new players come in. But the new players who come in, it's more and more difficult for them to replace the players who have left because the body of knowledge needed is so large. The demand for the grind to unlock everything is so large. So I think they're realizing that they need to do something to streamline the game. That's one of the reasons why I think 2v8 is so successful, because you can just jump in and there isn't an encyclopedia of knowledge needed to play that mode. That's why I think 2v8 is really great. All right, here we go. Now, a chapter is something we need to build. It's very, very healthy for the game and for our community. Every 3 months, they expect that these new characters will be available and that there's going to be new things to play with. We've started. As you've seen, we also have these limited time modifiers. We have modes, we have events. Now, these things are put into place so that our community always finds something new and interesting to play with. And so we're learning of new ways to be able to change that roadmap or alter it a little bit to change that density. So a change in chapter cadence is definitely in the plans. I can't go into more details, but killers are not going away, survivors are not going away, perks are not going away either, but they will definitely change in time to something that's more accessible to our players. That's interesting. I wonder what that means. The new Dead by Daylight chapter. This is it. Okay, this is the end wrap up. The new Dead by Daylight chapter, which adds the Crossu and V to the game, is live right now. Whether you're hopping back into the game or trying it out for the first time, keep our DBD codes guide handy so you can have yourself some freebies. Our DBD killer tier list will also be extremely useful. What are your thoughts on the chapter and the current state of DBD? Come let us know in the Discord. Okay. All right, let's check out this DBD code list here in a second. All right, so I wonder what this could mean to streamline it. I mean, it's obviously overwhelming for new players, so something is needed. But I wonder what this means, a change in the chapter cadence. All right, is there anything here that we don't know about in the codes guide? I don't think this is right. I think this is actually 250,000 points. Here are all the active codes in September 2025. Looks could chill. Yeah, I think those all look right. I don't know if this one is right. It is active anymore. Party tricks. Expired codes. Well, we don't need to see the expired ones. Maybe I need to see the expired ones to figure out which ones are actually expired that I haven't realized have expired. Yeah, there's some old ones there. Wow, a lot of old codes. Oh my, so many old codes come and gone. We had individual. I don't remember that. We had individual content creator related codes. Die Hard Diva, Frisk. I don't remember those. We're going back to 2021 on these. All right, that's all I have for you today, as always. Thank you so very much for watching, puppers. Thank you so very much for watching. I appreciate the time you spend here with me on my channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, as it helps the channel a ton. And don't forget to take care of each other in and out of the fog. We'll see you next time. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.
It's a Gen Rush life for us. It's a Gen Rush life for us. Set a hiding, we do gens. Set a randoms, we got friends. It's a Gen Rush life.